Hi everyone, my name is Lin Fei. This is my presentation for final project proposal. The topic is explore relationship between socioeconomic and population-related metrics in the United States using GIS and spatial analysis. This is a median income map in a mic. So from this map, we could say there is an uneven distribution of income. And as we know, the poverty rate is an important index of socioeconomic. So we have two questions. What caused the uneven distribution of income? And another one is how to decrease poverty. This is a population density map. From this map, we could see the urbanization in the United States. And as we know, the cities own higher population density and more and better education resource. So when we put these two maps together, we may find some interesting facts. As we have talked, poverty is still serious in some areas, and when although government and the organization had take some actions to reduce the poverty, they are still serious in some area. So today we need to find more ways to decrease poverty. Please look at the left map, the median income map. The dark area means there is low income, and the light area means there is a higher income. And when we look at the right map, the darker place means there is a higher population density. So we found one interesting thing is that it seems that in an area with higher population density, there is a higher median income. So we have two hypotheses. The first one is there a relationship between population density and income or poverty rate? The second one, if there is a relationship between population density and income, what factors in city contribute to the increase of income or decrease of poverty rate? So the motivation of this research is, as we have said, the poverty is still serious in some area and we find more actions. And if population density is positively correlated with income, we may take some action like increase population density in poverty area, or we could encourage people to move in city to find a better job or get better education. Another motivation is that if we know the factors in city contribute to higher average income, the government may focus on these areas, like to build better or more education institute or build more roads to decrease poverty. So the goal of this research is to evaluate association between socio-demographic and population-related metrics at national, regional, and city level. To be more specific, the socio-demographic includes income and poverty, and the population-related metrics include population amount, population density, population in different education, age, and family income. To achieve our goal, we have three objectives. The first one is to explore the relationship between poverty rate or median income and population density. When we have make sure if there is a relationship, we could explore more specific in population, such as population in different ages, in different education. And finally, we could make our research more widely. Like we could explore some variables related to population metrics. As we know, if there is a higher population density, generally there will be higher traffic density. There is some significant and potential benefits from this project. The first one is we could explore more ways to decrease poverty population amount. And secondly, we could explore what factors from city contribute to low poverty rate. And if the urbanization or living in city area did have decreased poverty, so the government should make some policy to increase population density and encourage people living in city area. This part is about the literature review. Here I cited 3 articles. The first one is called Does Urbanization Reduce Rural Poverty? The data in this research mainly comes from surveys. In this research, the researcher explored the effect of urbanization on income, expenditure, and poverty in rural households. And they have some findings, such as they concluded urbanization helps decrease the poverty rate, and the total income increase with urbanization. And urbanization helps decrease the poverty rate of rural households. Of course, there is some gap in this research. Firstly, there is different situation in Vietnam and the United States because in agriculture area, the United States has a more advanced agricultural technology, but in this country, the agricultural technology is pretty. Even in this research, the researcher concludes urbanization reduces rural poverty, but we need to explore if there is a similar relationship in developed country. On the other hand, this research didn't explore what factors in urbanization contribute to the low poverty, so it is what I may explore in my research. And the second literature is about using GIS and spatial statistics to target poverty and improve poverty alleviation programs, a case study in northeast Thailand. This paper investigates the potential of described statistics. This paper explores the poverty factors at the rural household level. They collected data by survey from local people, and their findings is they found some factors influencing farm income, such as the area cultivated, rice yield, livestock, and the learning experience of farmers. This research is really meaningful because they provide some factors which may contribute to poverty in rural area. So after we have this information, we may just use this variable to find possible places in poverty. We don't need to only use survey or some other data. It is really meaningful. We could use some natural factors such we could use some natural variables such as the area cultivated, rice yield, livestock, and the learning experience of farmers to target poverty area instead of interview or questionnaire or something else. The third research is poverty reduction during the rural-urban transformation. Rural development is still more important than urbanization. This paper is different from the previous two papers. From this research, a researcher concludes that sometimes the increased population in the mega cities has no role in poverty reduction. So it gave us a pretty interesting question. Why they conclude a different conclusion from previous research? Maybe that's different situation in different city or in different area. So we need to explore what factors in city or in urbanization does contribute to low poverty. Next, it is about the methodology we'll use in this research. The first one is about the data collection. The data I mainly use will come from the US Census American Community Survey estimate. And the spatial analysis method I will use is some functions in ArcMap. Firstly, I will use ArcMap to do some spatial visualization to show the poverty situation. And secondly, I will use ArcMap to do some spatial analysis such as hotspot, correlation, and regression. And I will use the ArcMap to show the distribution of these variables and explore the correlation between them. Next is about the expected results. The first one is a spatial information visualization. It could show some distribution of variables such as population density, poverty rate, something like that. And the second one is spatial analysis visualization, such as hotspot map. And what's more, the next expected result is a spatial autocorrelation report. I will use the autocorrelation function to explore the possible correlation between variables. The last one is when I find some related factors, I will use the regression functions to build possible regression model. And when I had this model, I could use this model to predict some situations in other areas. This is a reference about the three literature. This is all my presentation for the project proposal. Thank you. I will appreciate it if you could give me some advice. Thanks.